Please stand. Face the flag. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Bears. We hope you're dressed in green or red today for our Grinch vs. Santa Spirit Day.
And since today is our final Gmjb show of the semester, we've got a packed lineup of announcements to send you into break feeling prepared and in the holiday spirit. I'm Scarlett Chand.
And I'm Robertson. Today is Friday, December 12th, and Good Morning John Burroughs starts right now. Welcome back, Bears. Let's talk performances. JBHS Holiday Spectacular is tonight and tomorrow at 7 with a matinee on Sunday. Tickets are on sale now, so don't miss out on one of the biggest events of the year.
But before you support our performing arts programs on campus, get involved in our clubs on campus. Let's send it over to Bonnie with a look at the club news.
Thanks, anchors. Here are the clubs meeting today. The Catholic Club will meet at lunch in room 1142. K-Pop Club is also meeting today in room 2304, so stop by if you love K-pop or just want to meet some new people. Chess Club meets every Friday in room 1145. Everyone from beginners to experienced players are welcome. Plus, if you're looking for something cozy later, there'll be a hot cocoa in the athletic training room from 4 to 6 p.m. every Friday, so swing by and warm up. But clubs aren't the only thing happening at lunch. The Winter Arts and Crafts Fair wraps up today during lunch in the Quad, featuring handmade arts and crafts items from our art students, with 10% going to the Burbank Animal Shelter. And finally, before I go, don't forget that next Thursday there'll be a Chipotle fundraiser to support UNICEF from 4 to 8 p.m. So grab some food and help support a great cause. That's all from me. Now back to you, Brandon and Scarlett.
Thanks, Bonnie. While the semester is coming to a close, there's still a lot happening around campus. But next week kicks off our fall semester finals. Here's some GMJB seniors with their best tips and tricks to help you crush your finals.
Hey Bears, finals are coming, but don't stress.
As seniors who've experienced quite a few finals now, we're going to break down the best ways to prepare for exam week.
So you can study smarter, stay calm, and crush exam day.
For GMJB, I'm Olivia Black.
I'm Oliver Gao.
And I'm Lily Butler.
Let's get into it.
Go! Let's start with a few study hacks that actually work. The Pomodoro method. Study for 25 minutes, then break for 5. It keeps you focused without burning out. Switch subjects every hour. Changing topics helps to keep your brain fresh and stops you from zoning out. Make a one-page cheat sheet. Even if you can't bring it to the exam, summarizing helps you log in all the information you need.
Now let's talk about managing stress, because your brain can't work well if you're overwhelmed. Take real breaks. Stretch, hydrate, breathe, and give your brain a reset. Eat brain fuel. Nuts, fruit, yogurt, dark chocolate, things that give you steady energy. And of course, get your sleep. 7 to 8 hours is recommended. Your brain literally stores what you studied while you rest.
Alright, here's what to do on the day of the exam. Skim the whole test first. Get a feel for the layout and plan your time. If you get stuck, pause, breathe, move on, and come back later. Don't waste your time freezing on the questions. And when you're done, double check. Fix small mistakes because every point counts.
That's all the finals tips and tricks we have for you today.
For GMJB, this is Lily Butler,
Olivia Black,
and Oliver Gao. Good luck on finals. You've got this, Bears.
Well, you know what? I really wish that someone had told me half of these tips when I was a freshman.
Same here. Honestly, even now, I still need someone reminding me to actually get some sleep during finals. But before we get too carried away with finals, let's look at some news for our senior class. Seniors, this may be your last set of fall finals, but you still have more work ahead of you. If you complete your FAFSA or your FAFSA opt-out form, you can win a free prom ticket or extra graduation seats. Just upload proof to the 12th grade Google Classroom by 3:30 p.m. today. And don't forget to ask your CPM if you need help. They're literally trained for this.
And don't forget that service hour deadlines are coming up. If you're submitting hours from previous years, get them in by December 18th so they can be recorded before the break. And if you're working toward the 100-hour service learning recognition, the deadline is April 17th. See Ms. Mirando in the College and Career Center if you have any questions or need a form.
You can also stop by the College and Career Center for help applying for jobs and finding volunteer opportunities. Otto's Import Store and Deli is hiring for the holiday season. They're looking for students to work 10 to 25 hours a week. Check the bulletin for more details. And if volunteering is more your speed, Stevenson Elementary is hosting their Snow Glow dance party tonight at Luther Middle School. You can sign up using the link in the Career Center Google Classroom.
Speaking of opportunities to give back, make sure to stop by the ILS Holiday Market this afternoon on your way home. Not sure what it is? Here's GMJB reporter Riley Whitaker, who has the scoop on this annual event.
This week, the JBHS Independent Living Skills program is running their annual holiday market, where students on campus sell their own handmade goods. ILS teacher Erin Barrick tells us a bit about the event.
So we started our holiday market, this is our third year, and we started it to help raise money for the school gardens. They work on handcrafting goods to sell, so we have jewelry and crystal ornaments and magnets and things like that.
The ILS Holiday Market provides many benefits to support students in the program, both in school and on their future pathways.
I think it's a really good opportunity to build some job skills, but also for them to be out in the community and let other members other than just us here on campus see what our students are capable of and have them be seen as, contributing members of our community. And I think that's really important.
But this event doesn't just provide important skills. All funds earned from the holiday market directly supports their program.
We're going to use the money to help fund our garden, and we use it to buy new plants that we're planting. But the main thing is we are replacing a lot of our old wooden beds with some wheelchair accessible ones this year, and they are more expensive.
You can still support our ILS program, students, and their garden by visiting their market today from 3:30 to 4:30 at the front of the school. For Good Morning John Burroughs, I'm Riley Whitaker reporting.
Thanks, Riley. I love how so many of our programs on campus get into the holiday spirit and support each other. From Link Cruise Cocoa and Cram to ASB Spirit Week, it gets me so excited for winter break.
Yeah, same here. Next week, culinary class is hosting their gingerbread house competition. All I need is a classic Christmas movie, and I'll be set for the holidays.
Totally. Elf is my go-to movie, but it seems like more and more classics are being forgotten or just remade. Personally, I like an original story. Let's finish off this festive show by diving into the topic of film remakes, because lately it feels like Hollywood's favorite genre is the reboot. But do remakes help classics live on, or do they replace originality? Here's Alex Haddon with his take.
Not every story needs to be told twice. In an industry frequented by cheap money grabs, constant remakes are just another way for films to lose integrity. But not every story needs to be told twice. In an industry frequented by cheap money grabs, constant remakes are just another way for films to lose integrity. Wait, did you hear that? I just repeated myself. Let's face it, that's exactly what Hollywood keeps doing, and it's getting old. So punch your tickets, grab your seats, and it's time to go to the movies. To start, the classics are not safe from the Hollywood recycling system. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was remade in 2025, and its failure in the box office was so notorious it was considered the worst performing Disney live-action remake in over a decade, according to Fortune. The film was seemingly set up for success with its $250 million budget, but ultimately flopped, grossing only $45 million. This failure is due in part to poor portrayal in the press, the costuming, and the loss of integrity to the original story and artistry. Why does Disney think that animation isn't good enough for their audiences when that is what their whole brand is based off of? Additionally, this boring remake took up space for a truly diverse and well-researched fresh princess to take the throne and speak to young audiences. On the topic of diversity, remaking movies for the sake of representation isn't really diversity at all. This isn't pushing us forward, it's just setting us back. A prime example of this is found in the 2016 women-led reimagining of Ghostbusters. Many felt that this story did not need another telling and got the sense that Hollywood was simply checking a box rather than genuinely caring about female media representation. Such distaste for the film can be seen in its box office flop, grossing only $229 million worldwide and spending upwards of $300 million. Despite being based on a classic, the film suffered significantly. With a greedy industry pulling the strings, media is going downhill as a result of nostalgia bait and forced retellings of tried and true films. So do your part as a viewer, grab your popcorn and tune into the classics when you can. For GMJB, I'm Alex Haddon reporting.
Well, that's a wrap on our final show of the semester. There's a lot happening on campus, so stay involved, help out where you can, and finish the semester strong. For Good Morning John Burroughs, I'm Robertson.
And I'm Scarlett Shand. We'll see you in 2026, Bears.